It's called The Least of These. So this is a poem inspired by a Bible verse in Matthew. And Jesus hanging out with his disciples, and he's like, yo, listen, people, I was sick. You didn't give me no medicine. I was in prison. You guys didn't get me out. I was running around with no clothes. You didn't give me no clothes. And they're like, whoa, Jesus, what's up, dude? We've been here the whole time. Like, we've been helping you out. And they're like, yeah. Jesus is like, look around. You see all these people? What you haven't done for the least of these, you haven't done for me. So that's what inspired this poem. Okay, so here it is. Never has the wind refused to blow by you, or forsaken its manifestation as your breath. There is no flame that would not turn its heart to warm you, and never has there been earth that could not sustain your insatiable hunger. See, water never asks your shape before she will hold you. She makes the curves and angles of your bones her new shores, takes you in with equanimity. Water never asks where your wounds come from, never examines you with conditions, or even considers that you're not exactly as you should be. And there has never been a wave that would stop dead in its tracks to ask if the sand was worthy of being wet. So the elements have made acceptance and service elementary. And it is said that a drop of the ocean, even when moved from the shore, is still the ocean, as radically full of the same turbulence and passion as the weight of the Pacific. And our prayers must beg these questions. What gives a drop the courage to rage like the sea? A pebble the same audacity to stand as sturdy as the mountains? What gives an exhale permission to live with the force of a hurricane? And what elemental cause is there to explain the devotion of a domesticated flame to the heat of the sun? It's as simple as this. They never question if they're the same. Not a breeze that can be told that it's never kissed the desert or stirred the leaves in a forgotten grove when she was the breath of a passing storm. See, for the love of the earth comes the wind and the rain, burns the fire and rises the mountain, and not one wonders who loves the earth better. For all remain in service to creation. So too, like a fire, the wind, or a drop of rain, have we appeared in this time and space. As elemental as love and as divine as light, and yet some have chosen to close their eyes, to turn their heads from the sight of their own neighbor. And there has been a thirst on my lips as insatiable as the desert. A hunger deep in my belly. I have been in need of clothing and shelter, been witness to sickness that has raged in my body temple, and a bondage that has imprisoned my ability to love as recklessly as water. And like Jesus, who knows that what has been done to the least of these has been done to all, that a refusal to serve some is a refusal to serve us all. But whatever some have been, so have I. I have been the tears of a longing mother, weary bones of overworked bodies, the rumble of hunger in the bellies. I have been the ash upon the faces and the flames that afflict their mortality. I have been the rubble and the rumbling earth, the morning temple and the evening mass. I have been the salvation of the sunrise in your window and the laughter on the lips of sleepy children, the prayers of faithful disciples. I have been 80 years around the sun, the skin like the forks and valleys of riverbeds. I have been a small child 5 years from the womb, whose playmates are the sand and iron of a project playground. I have been the battle-weary and the weeping men. I have been the bruises and the scars and the embrace of old lovers. I have been the celebration of life and death and union and love and laughter, and there is not a face I cannot find my reflection in, not a soul that doesn't know my own. And with these eyes and with this heart, there is no suffering I cannot see, no sorrow I cannot feel, and no joy I cannot experience. And therefore, there's no justification for turning a blind eye. For like the flame that burns with the heat of the sun, I must love like creation to honor my Creator. Hold each who has arrived like my own child. And never let a soul I meet leave without knowing that I've waited my whole life to love you, so that I could love myself more fully. For in the service of creation I remain. No love I cannot give, and none I cannot receive, because a drop of God I will always be. There is nothing that can be bound, and love cannot free.
Yeah.